This is your model railway update over the last week. There's been some interesting announcements of some new models coming soon from a range of manufacturers and suppliers, so let's get into it. Heljan first, and it's an update of the good old warship class diesel hydraulic in 00 scale. It's a much loved loco to model, and it's based on the German V200 loco, and so it shares much of its looks. The V200 has been modelled by loads of European manufacturers, and we've also had a 00 scale warship on offer for a while from the likes of Hornby and others. But it's certainly time for a refresh of this diesel, and there's some interesting features Heljan are offering with this. So we've got a CAD rendering of it, but better than that, we actually got some production samples too. Now it's obvious this is still a bit rough around the edges at this stage, so there's still work to be done, but there's no denying the ambition of Heljan to make this a great model. Sometimes though, Heljan missed the mark on some of their models, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. In terms of features, it's the usual spec you'd expect these days, with a 21-pin decoder, sound and light options in DCC mode, etched grills, engine room detail and sprung buffers. They're going to go to town on the buffer beam skirts though, with interchangeable options, and they're also claiming for the first time on a model to offer front mounted frames with magnetic plates, allowing interchangeable Great Western Railway steam era train reporting numbers to be applied easily. Those versions will be exclusive to Rails of Sheffield though, and I'll get onto them in a moment. The core range will be initially 5 livery options, which come in both analog DC or DCC sound fitted and feature the loco over a wide range of this class's operating life. So going through them, there's Centaur in BR Green number D808. The maroon, a favourite colour of mine on this loco, in the form of D832 Onslaught. Blue with small yellow ends comes D831 Monarch, and with full yellow ends it's Zephyr number D686. And finally green with half yellow ends Jupiter number 826. Now eagle-eyed among you might have noticed that Heljan's part number 4244 is missing in this lineup, so maybe there's another to come. If it does, I'll keep you updated on it. The RRP prices are set at $219 for analog DC and $319 for DCC with sound. However, as usual, some retailers are already discounting these, so shop around for the best prices. Talking of retailers, as mentioned, Rails have got in on the act with a selection of exclusive warship models, and they all look pretty much the same. These are representing the earlier Great Western first batch of 13, with the fancy magnetic feature I mentioned earlier. There's D800 Sir Brian Robertson in the all-green livery. Also, same all-green Formidable number 802. Then, with the half-yellow ends, it's the Royal Navy Reserve number 812. And finally, it's Avenger number D804. Unlike the RRP models, these won't be discounted, or at least not yet, and are priced at £219 and £319. Considering the core range is already discounted by around 10%, then you need to consider if the magnetic feature on these is worth the extra or not. You can pre-order these and the core range models now from various retailers, normally with a deposit of around £30, and delivery is due in mid-2025. So let's see how these turn out and hope for the best. Sticking with Heljan and diesels, we've got some decorated sample photos of their upcoming exclusive edition 47817 in the Porterbrook purple and white livery. This is being sold through Key Model World only and is representing the locomotive from 1996 onwards. It's got the same features as other Heljan 47s, but this one has the long-range fuel tanks and the correct cab front details for number 817. It's certainly an eye-catching livery, but personally I'm not so keen on Heljan's rendition of the 47, and I also think there's just far too many 47 livery options already available. This one clearly needs some work to get it just right, going by these photos, and it's something Key Model World has already highlighted to the factory. If this takes your fancy though, then you can pre-order now for £10 deposit, and prices are set at £249.95 for DC or £389.95 for DCC with sound. Both models will be delivered in a unique Porterbrook purple theme Heljan box to apparently enhance this collector's edition. Key Model World are also offering this new block flats kit through PJM Models. Not a manufacturer I've covered before, but this certainly looks like an interesting and modern building. Apparently developed for Pete Waterman's Making Tracks, these are ideal modular buildings for modern image modelers. Apparently the structure is said to consist of an MDF inner shell which is overlaid with laser engraved plywood brick layers. You also get a laser cut plywood inner and outer window frames which you then use to sandwich laser cut clear glazing between. The kit also comes with superfine laser cut plywood balcony railings. The base kit comes with 3 floors at a price of $54.99, and you can get an extra floor kit for $17.99 or a 3-floor pack for $49.99. Head on over to Key Model World website to order. Some wagons now, and back to Heljan again for apparently some frequently requested models of the 35-ton A and B tank wagons. So these are reissues in limited numbers and are due by the end of this year. They're coming in packs of 4, or you can also get them singularly. They all have sprung buffers and etched walkways and are priced at $29.95 each, or £109 for a 4-pack, which saves you £10.80. Discounts are already available, so again, shop around. And more liveries are coming too. Accurascale have also been in the news again with some production updates on their upcoming Class 89. This is a model being made in association with Rails again, and it's certainly a loco with interesting looks that divide opinion. Anyway, Accurascale released these production photos showing the model well underway now. It's been quite a journey, over 2 years since the model was announced, but it looks like it's on the home straight now, with the models having gone through decoration stage and onto assembly. Due to be completed in early December, they are on track to be out for delivery to those who have pre-ordered by late February 2025. There's still some availability, so if you fancy these, then the price is $229.99 for DC or £100 more for DCC sound-fitted models, and you can pre-order now from either the Accurascale or Rails website. Remember, these will be covered by Accurascale's lifetime warranty too. Metcalfe gave us a surprise update with a new card kit announcement in the form of this. I've always loved their card kits, and this new one of number 1 Market Street looks great. I love the old world style of this one. It'll be released in 00 scale in November, and it'll come to N scale in the new year. Just £16.50 for this. By the way, if you fancy a free Metcalfe kit, then this cottage kit is being offered for free with the December 2024 edition of Railway Modeler magazine. Okay, not really model railways, but I'll give you a quick update on 2 new model announcements from Herpa Wings. First, it's the Airbus A350-900 in the Starlux airline livery. This is a scale of 1 to 500. It's a popular range from Herpa, and this is a new livery on an existing model, and it's priced around £45. Comes with the usual cool packaging. The other model is in 1/72nd scale, so could be used on a model railway, and it's the Lockheed AlphaJet in a new competition livery from the US Navy. Quite stylish this one, and priced at around £60. Comes in the military livery packaging, this one. Finally, it's Cavalex Models with another Rails of Sheffield exclusive model. It's their Class 60 in the steel on steel all over livery from DB Cargo. These are decorated samples of their upcoming new model. Well, it's just one decorated sample photo, but it certainly looks a really radical and eye-catching livery, which I think might be tricky to get just 100% right. The Cavalex model comes with a 21-pin DCC decoder socket, directional lights as well as interior lighting, etched grills throughout, a 5-pole motor with flywheel and a power bank, and lots of extra parts. It'll be interesting to see how they do with the livery though, and especially as Rocco just announced this BR185 in the German version of this livery in TT scale. Would be very interesting to compare these two in the flesh. Anyway, Rails are offering the Cavalex Class 60 in either DC for $194.95 or DCC with sound for $294.95. And you can also get this as a deluxe version, which is a bespoke weathering finish in both DC and DCC sound, and that's an extra £65 if you fancy it. Okay, that's it for now. More model railway news coming soon. See ya.